Welcome to week 115. And 115, 1 plus 1 plus 5 becomes a 7, which I think is very relevant to the reading today. And the vision that I had this morning when I went into meditation was of an eye, and it was the left eye. And as I looked closer, there were markings. It wasn't drawn on. It was more or less like wrinkles that seemed to follow, the path, which reminded me of the eye of Horus, the left eye of Horus. And as I recognized that, I was drawn to, it was almost like the face came across like this, and I could see this part of the face. And it felt very much like the Buddha. So, so I could see both eyes. Then there was the left eye, and then there was the right eye, and there was actually that part of the face. It felt very much the energy of the Buddha, being able to see things, see intuitively. So the left eye is connected with the moon and the more intuitive part of ourselves, and the right eye is connected with the sun. So seeing things with clarity, it's more masculine, left is feminine, right is masculine. So it's more, being able to see things clearly, using our intuition, being able to nut out what is right and what is, bringing true clarity, seeing through the illusion and seeing the absolute truth. I felt very strongly about that. And then I had a vision, and it was of a woman, and she was walking, and I saw her place her hand out. I was expecting to see a man, and what I saw was a tree trunk walking with her, but this tree had it was quite an old, like an oak tree type trunk, had a face in it, and had arms and legs, obviously. So it was very much about walking alongside, in union with your true nature. Now, so this is the balance of the masculine and the feminine coming in there, the intuition and the wisdom, intuition of the feminine, the wisdom of the masculine coming together, moving forward together on the path ahead. We are moving, have moved through solstice, and we had the eclipse last night, or today, or we had the eclipse anyway. I'm sure it was yesterday. But we're around the energy of the eclipse, and I think it's a solar eclipse, and so you can see that energy there as well. That's the right eye. That would be the right eye coming through there. And where was I going with that? I've gone off on another little train of thought. So very much about the masculine, feminine energies, divine masculine, divine feminine, coming to being in touch with your true nature, making that move forward. We've come through into the new light here, back on track, coming through into the new light as we've passed through the last year, the old energy of prior to the solstice. We now had this new light offered to us. In the northern hemisphere, we are moving into, we will be moving more into going within, and in the southern hemisphere, you will start coming into more light. So either way, it is the end of a phase, and we're moving into a new part of ourselves. So we can see the balance happening there as well. In one part of the world goes within, the other part of the world is working with the light of the sun. So you've got the intuition, and you've got the wisdom or the clarity coming through. There's a perfect balance going on there. And it's just really interesting how we get these messages, how they come through, and how we are able to see what it actually means to us, and what is the essence of the particular message for us at any particular time. So that's really another important message for us. And this is a little bit about the tree trunk as well, because the trunk of the tree holds the wisdom and all the knowledge and everything we've learned over our lifetime and lifetimes. And, working together, the feminine is generally more to do with energy, and the masculine is generally more to do with direction and knowledge. So we need the two to come together to work in perfect harmony. And so I've done the cards today, and the first card is card number 60, which I thought was really interesting as well, because here we have the 6 of the brow chakra, which is our intuition and seeing clearly, and the 0 being spirit. So it's seeing clearly, seeing the divine. So this is also to do with divine love. And the card says, express your joy. Now, express your joy. Joy belongs to the soul. Happiness belongs to the personality. Joy belongs to the soul. And bliss belongs to our more heavenly spiritual self, our God self. So express your joy. So this is like express yourself from the soul. And of course, if we are connecting in with our true nature, we really will be expressing ourselves from our soul and what it is that we are being drawn forward to do. And a beautiful image there of the feminine energy inside the heart. And the masculine energy in this sense is the sun, okay? So follow your heart, because she's in the heart there, in the heart space there. Be in alignment that with the energy of the heart, and the clarity is being shown to us with the sun leading the way. And here we are, we've just come through the solstice. And the second card, the sacral chakra card today, is the 3 of fire. So here we have an energy of action, clarity, and clarity with that 3 energy, and the fire is actually, you know, making us do things, pushing us forward. And this card actually says abundance. Things look very good. Yay. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So things are looking up. Things are really looking good. And so, you know, it is a good time to, it's like the beginning of a new year or a new phase. So it is a good time to sit down and go, what would I like to achieve in this new phase? So you can do your, set your intentions, put your intentions together for what you would like to bring forward in this new phase. So that's very good. And the next card in the solar plexus is the boat. Now the boat here, in this sense, this is to do with our purpose. So we are moving across into more calmer waters. So we're leaving the old behind and we're moving into a better place. You know, express yourself with joy. We're moving into a more where we are more emotionally balanced. The boat is able to sail beautifully on the water. It is powered by the wind, which is the mind. So if we keep our thoughts in positive thoughts and set our intentions in positive ways and only think positively, then that's the wind in our sails that keeps us able to sail above our emotions, stay above our emotions and keep those waters calm. If we start to think negatively, and this is very true within the solar plexus here, if we're thinking negatively or keeping thoughts that are not serving us, then the wind in our sails is also the wind, you know, the wind that is pushing the waters becoming more stormy, and we create emotional imbalance. So remember that, keep the thoughts positive, and we have just a beautiful breeze that is helping us move, you know, perfectly. So we have the perfect balance of the mind and the emotions moving beautifully together across the waters here as we move into our new lives. And the heart chakra card today is a card number 9. So we have come full circle. We've come full circle. And this particular card might appear to be negative, but in fact, it says darkest fears. So we know that we're moving into a more, as more still, the waters are still more, a calmer place, a better place. But in order to do that, we have to let go of our darkest fears. So this is the end cycle. Let the darkest fears be gone. You're done with that. Done with the darkest fears. Here we can see we're not in alignment. Here we have, you know, this is like an eclipse happening here, moving across on both sides. If you're too far either way, you have a little bit of the light and the dark. But if you, as you move into true balance here at the brow chakra, you have perfect alignment and there is nothing but light. So here you see clearly. So this is really quite a beautiful card when you look at it in that way. So letting go of your darkest fears, because here your darkest fears do not exist. Here you are rocked either way. But here they don't, there's, you know, it's become one, and there's only white light that can shine through from there, this brilliant light. And I actually saw a video clip of the eclipse in Thailand, I think it was. And as it came across, this beautiful 6-pointed star came out with a beautiful white light, and it just shone, this beautiful 6-pointed star. It was actually a very, very beautiful and very relevant as well. As above, so below, you know, just perfection in itself, heaven on earth. And the next card, the throat chakra card, you know, coming into that place of truth. And we have the Fool, card number 0, which is also card number 22. So this is about being daring to actually say it like it is, being free-spirited, of being able to express yourself completely from your truth, and letting go of all of your baggage, you know, letting those darker spheres go. You don't need to take very much with you. You only need to be in the space of truth, and you'll have liberation and freedom, and be willing to take the leaps of faith and step into the new world, into the new area. Okay, you don't know what this next phase is going to be about, but look at this beautiful white light that is shining down, the sun again shining down here, beautiful white light coming down, guiding the way. Got all your spiritual friends with you here, beautiful little white dog there. The obstacles are in the background, and also you can see these mountains are also white, so they are spiritual challenges or obstacles, but you are quite, you know, that's okay, they're there. There's always going to be obstacles. You know, climb one mountain, you're going to have to climb another, but if we don't climb them, if we don't face those obstacles, then how can we ever get over them, and how can we ever grow? But at the moment, you know, it's like, okay, that's done for now. We can, you know, step freely. We are more of the free spirit, and perfect balance going on there in that space. So that was really beautiful. And the 6th card in the brow chakra today is Solstice. This is also very relevant in relation to the visions. Now, Solstice is star consciousness, generosity, and the Bodhisattva. So this is also connects us with Isis, and Sirius, Isis, and therefore Sirius, so star system Sirius. But this is, you know, this is also very much about your intuition and living from that higher light. So I actually want to read to you about Solstice so that we can get a bit more there. Solstice is the stellar manifestation of Isis. Like Isis, she's a pure channel for divine love and wisdom. So we could see that, like the feminine being the divine love and the wisdom being the old oak tree. Solstice is also Sirius, the dog star, which is the brightest star in the sky. Solstice, or Isis, follows her husband, Osiris, as the constellation Orion, into the underworld when it disappears from view for 70 days, the number of days for the funerary rites in ancient Egypt. And today we have 100, so 70 becomes a 7, and we have 115th session today, which becomes a 7 also. So we have that relationship happening there. As she appears again, rising in the eastern sky after her sojourn in the underworld, her presence heralds the coming inundation, the new year in the ancient calendar of Egypt. And we are moving into a new year here, or a new phase, a new stage of our year. As Solstice rises into the night sky, she pours forth her spiritual essence, her stellar energies, and her compassionate wisdom upon all beings. Through her willingness to offer us these precious gifts and her guidance, we're elevated to a greater understanding of our own soul's purpose and the reasons we are here on earth at this time. Solstice is the star of humanity and a true bodhisattva, calling forth the best in each of us and inspiring us to step into our greater selves and offer our own unique gifts back to the world. As Isis is the great mother of the earth, Solstice is the queen of the sky. So we're being asked to embody our star consciousness, and this is in the brow chakra. So embodying our star consciousness, because the star of our being is rising. So use this as an opportunity to be seen in the world and to emerge as a conscious teacher of something your life has taught you. You have something wonderful to offer to the world. So that's a really beautiful card. Thank you to Solstice. And I feel this is the feminine energy that I saw walking forward. And the 7th card for the crown chakra today is St. Francis of Assisi, and follow your heart. So this I feel, because St. Francis is the saint of the saint patron of the environment and of animals. So again, here I feel this very much relates to that tree wisdom, that true nature, being in touch with nature and being able to commune with nature, with the environment, with the animals, with, you know, other beautiful beings. So follow your heart, which we have the first card and the final card here, both, you know, she's in the heart here, follow your heart. And then you will be following your true nature when you follow your heart. Another thing I want to point out with Solstice here is it's card number 17. Number 1 is the base chakra, and number 7 is the crown chakra. So here we have again the balance of the masculine, the feminine, mother and the father energies, Mother Earth, Father Sky, and our mother and our father. And 7 and 1 and 7 becomes 8. That's as above, so below, heaven, bringing heaven on earth. And the final card for today, for our chakra card, because we always have the chakra card at the end of the reading, is the crown chakra, number 7. So again, we have that trust, and keep the faith. Have faith in yourself. Come into that inner knowing. So this is all about knowingness this week, coming into the knowingness, you know, being able to follow your heart and just know. And this is also what number 7 is about, being able to follow divine guidance and follow your inner knowingness. So very beautiful. Work with your crown chakra this week. So meditate every single day of the week. Connect in with your true nature by meditating. And right now we are going to go into meditation, if you are part of this, and if you would like to receive the meditation for the sound codes of knowingness and being in alignment with your true nature, then you can connect with me either by the direct link below, because this is going to be on YouTube, or you can connect with me personally. It's up to you. And hope to see you again next week. And that's it. Over and out. Thank you.